Hey, what's up guys? This is Don Sprinkle, your Central Florida specialist, and today we are taking a tour through Maitland, Florida. And this quaint little town that sits just north of Orlando, even though it's kind of small in size compared to some of the other suburbs around here, it does pack quite a punch and offers quite a bit for the entire family. So you guys aren't going to want to miss it. We're out here in Lake Lily Park. Stick around, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Just remember, if this is your first time to our channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the awesome videos we're putting out to you guys on a weekly basis. We're working with people from across the country who are relocating to the Orlando, Florida area. We absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, however you like to communicate. We got your back. Let's get started. Hey guys, welcome back. This is Don Sprinkle, your Central Florida specialist, and today we're taking a tour through Maitland, Florida. And this tiny town, you know, I call it tiny. Maybe quaint is a better word, but it has quite a bit of history in the Orlando metro area. It's pretty small. It's about 10 minutes north of Orlando, only about 6 square miles wide, and a population a little over 17,000. Like I said, a lot of history, a lot of things to do for the family. Maitland actually sits just next to Winter Park, and there's some areas that we're going to be going into today that border right along that Winter Park Maitland area. They share a lot of the activities and things around in this area for the family to do. So we're going to compare some of the things as well to Winter Park and show you some things that are also in that city too. Maitland is one of the oldest suburbs in the Orlando area, and it offers a ton of history and a lot of cool things to do for the family, and a lot of things that sometimes people don't even know about. You know, as a local here, I was surprised at some of the things that they have to offer that even I didn't know about. So it's going to be a fun time. I'm excited to show you guys around this awesome city. And let's get started. So we're going to start this off today in Lake Lily Park, and this is an awesome spot. And every Sunday they actually have a farmer's market here from 9 a.m. to about 2 p.m. Local businesses set up shop. You can get a lot of cool little things here, as well as some awesome fresh produce. And it actually, in the corner on the one side of Lake Lily Park, is the old water house, and that is on the National Historic Registry. It is a house that was originally built in the 1800s, and it's a cool little fun spot, something out of the ordinary to do that is non-touristy. And a lot of locals don't even know about it as well. But if you're into history, looking for something to do, get away, get a great view of this lake, look at some of the oldest history in the Orlando area, definitely come check out Lake Lily Park. One of the other awesome, really cool things about coming to visit Lake Lily Park is that you get to go have lunch right over at Taek's. And if you're not familiar with Taek's, they are known for their burgers. They are phenomenal. I've never had a bad burger from there. Today we are going to try the Western burger, and as always, it did not disappoint. Definitely, if you're coming to Maitland, you have to try Taek's. And if you're lucky, I might give you the secret password to access their top secret menu. As you can see, I have my assistant with me today. We are at the Maitland Community Park here, which is right off of the 414 and Maitland Avenue. And this is an awesome little spot because it's actually surrounded by a lot of different neighborhoods and areas. So if you live around here, you can just walk to this park anytime you want. It's a great area for the kids to run to, and still gets you a chance to play outside and everything, which is something a lot of kids I feel like don't do at all these days. So even before COVID. So a really great area. It's about 25 acres in size. It has walking trails and different paths, walking paths, about a half mile worth of walking paths, and some outside basketball courts. It has a couple different playgrounds, one for bigger kids as well as one for smaller kids. And they also have tennis courts and some pavilions that you can rent. And even indoor meeting space if you're going to have like a larger gathering or meeting for something. So just another really cool feature to Maitland. I think one of the coolest things about the Orlando metro area, not just talking about Maitland, but you know, we're so close to downtown Orlando here, and we know that, you know, traffic on I-4 can be crazy, and that, you know, we're, you know, kind of a mid metropolitan type area with Orlando right there, but you're still very close to nature with so many of these surrounding suburbs and towns. You know, with the Seminole walking trails and the bike trails out there in Winter Garden, and you know, some of these parks like right here in Maitland, you know, you're not that far from Mother Nature and from wildlife, and that's the really cool aspect I think about living in the Orlando metro. Maitland also has its own Sunrail stop and station, where, like I've mentioned before in other videos, you can purchase a day ticket for just a couple bucks. Like I said before, a lot of people like to use the Sunrail as a means of transportation to and from work, especially if they are working downtown. It's a lot easier sometimes to just hop on the train and catch the train into downtown versus having to deal with the traffic on I-4. A really cool place to go is the Enzian Theatre here in Maitland. And what's really cool about this is that it's a movie theater, but they have tables and chairs that you can sit around and eat, and they'll serve you food and drinks, and it's a really unique atmosphere to catch a flick. And they even have weekend matinees and everything, with even some older movies that play and some stuff that maybe isn't quite mainstream. So they got some popular stuff, some other things that are a little bit more, you know, off the beaten path, but it's a really unique place to go and spend the evening, and maybe even score some points with the wife or the girlfriend for a unique and thoughtful dinner date. So something to think about. All right, guys, we are on our next stop, and if you're not into video games, especially if you're not into the sports video games, you might not appreciate this as much. But I wanted to share it with you because I just thought it was so cool. I'm into you know, some of the sports video games. But anyways, we are outside of the corporate office of EA Sports, which is headquarters here in Maitland, which I thought was really cool. I don't know, a lot of people don't even seem to know that. I know, like I said, it caught me by surprise when I found that out, but I wanted to share it with you guys. I really hope, like I said, if you guys are into these sports games, if you're familiar with the John Madden series or the FIFA for the soccer, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they bring back the college football NCAA series, because that was the best one by far, in my opinion. But like I said, if you guys are into video games, you might appreciate this. If not, we're moving on to the next stop. But first, like EA Sports says,
EA Sports.
It's in the game. Sorry, I had to do that. Let's go. All right, guys, we are actually right across the street from the EA Sports Complex that we just visited. We are at the RDV Sports Complex, and this is an awesome spot that sits right by the 414 and I-4, just minutes away. And this place is 2 stories. It has a full fitness area with free weights, machines. It also has an indoor swimming pool, has swimming lessons, aerobics studios. It has tennis ball courts, basketball courts, pickleball courts. It has just about every sport you can imagine. It has an area for that sport. Even an ice hockey rink, which the Orlando Solar Bears actually practice. That's their practice facility. The Orlando Magic actually, until recently, used to use this as their practice facility as well. And UCF, their hockey team, has home games here too. So a lot of activity, a lot of things that are always going on here. And it's really an excellent sports facility. They have membership fees. I will include the links down below for you to check out. But definitely, if you're moving to Maitland, this is a great feature to have just minutes away from where you're living. So I wanted to take a minute to just discuss some of the housing and the real estate here in Maitland. And what you're going to find a lot in Maitland is a lot of older houses that were built in the 50s and 60s. There is some new construction that is popping up as well, but for the most part, a lot of the homes are going to be mid-century from the 1950s and 60s. With that being said, though, there are some very, very established neighborhoods here in the Maitland area. We are actually at Kings Row Park, which is part of the Kings Row neighborhood and is also right next to the highly sought after Domerick Estates neighborhood as well. Both of these neighborhoods, very highly sought after, great communities, great family communities. This park right here sits right in the middle of Kings Row subdivision. And it's really, I mean, they got the little playground here. I mean, there's not like a lot here, but I mean, it's a huge open field, and the opportunities and the fun are endless for the kids. Again, like over at Maitland Community Park, which we were at earlier, it's a neighborhood park that the kids can get out of the house. They can go run around and play. Obviously, with social distancing and things like that, we need to be safe and careful. But again, just another great family community area to raise your kids. And like I said, highly sought after in this area. The homes typically range in pricing from the 300s upwards of the 700,000 and 800,000s. I've seen them also. So definitely a wide range of budget there. So definitely something to keep in mind if you're looking in the Maitland area. Kings Row, Domerick Estates are awesome neighborhoods. One thing I will say though is that when you are looking at homes that were built in the 1950s and 60s, some of the things that you want to keep in mind with those types of houses is, number one, has the plumbing been upgraded and updated? A lot of times back during that time period, they used lead galvanized piping, and it's already at or beyond its probably life expectancy, at least according to a lot of insurance companies. So that's something to keep in mind if they've updated the plumbing as well as the electrical too. Back then during that time period, the cloth sheath type of electrical wiring was used, as well as aluminum wiring was common as well. So a lot of these homes for the resale, like I said, they go at some pretty top of the market price points. So a lot of these updates have already been done, but if they have not been done from a financing and insurance standpoint, those can definitely be factors and considerations that you're going to want to keep in mind, as well as some other things that just come with looking at considering buying an older home. But any questions on that when it comes to those types of houses, or just any of those types of questions in general, like anything else, like I always tell people, you can call us, text us, email us, however you like to communicate. We got your back. Just get in touch. Also, if you haven't done it already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. All right, guys, let's go on to the next place. So we're in Winter Park Village, and I know that we are doing a vlog and tour today of Maitland, but like I mentioned, Maitland borders right along Winter Park, and it is those two cities together are really there's a lot of similarities between them, and a lot of times, they kind of get lumped together. And where we're at right now is actually Winter Park Village, and what's really cool about Winter Park Village is another little shopping complex area. They have a Regal movie theater here as well. My wife's favorite, and mine, I can't lie either, is the Cheesecake Factory over there. But I will be honest, this area has been around. I think it first opened up in the early mid-2000s, and it has had some decline in the stores, in the patronship. They are doing a revitalization project that is scheduled for this year, I believe. I think they had some delays last year with COVID and all that, but they're going to be back on track this year. Supposed to revitalize the area, make some improvements, increase parking, as well as add some new stores and some new shops, and really get this place live and going again like it used to be. But it's still a good time, still some good restaurants, good sushi place down at the other end. Like I said, they have Cheesecake Factory, and Bar Louie is an awesome spot too. So if you are coming to check out Winter Park or Maitland, come check out Winter Park Village. All right, guys, I hope you learned a little bit more about Maitland today, what makes it such a great part of the entire Orlando metro area. Like I said, it's not a very large town, kind of quaint, but it packs quite a punch. It has a lot to offer. It's a great place to raise a family. You're right next to Winter Park. You're minutes away from downtown Orlando. You're probably 30 minutes from the theme parks. And like I said, you don't even have to leave the city limits to find a lot of great things for the family to do. If there's anything I missed, anything that maybe you needed further clarification on, like always, drop us a comment, send us a message, let us know. And if there's any area in particular of the Orlando Metro that I haven't covered yet that you'd like to see a video, definitely reach out to us. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We are working with people from around the country who are relocating every day to Orlando, Florida. We absolutely love it, but you gotta get in touch with us. So until next time, I'm Don Sprinkle, your Central Florida specialist. We're living in Orlando. I'll catch you later.